Emergency crews are at Auckland International Airport in New Zealand after what's called a technical problem caused injuries to several travellers on a flight from Sydney. 7 passengers and 3 crew members were taken to hospital, with one person reported to be in a serious condition. Dozens more were treated at the hospital. The Chilean airline Latam said its flight had a technical problem which caused strong movement, believed to be a sudden drop. Let's speak to Brian Jockat, who was on that flight from Sydney and is now in Auckland. How are you?
I'm in good nick. I managed to be one of the lucky ones that weren't throwing around that plane in a crazy afternoon.
Yeah, so take us through what happened, Brian.
Probably 2/3 of the way across during the trip, the plane unannounced just dropped. I mean, it dropped unlike anything I've ever experienced on any kind of minor turbulence. And people were thrown out of their seats, hit the top of the roof of the plane, thrown down the aisles. It was madness.
And you saw someone, on their back, on the roof of the plane?
Yes, the gentleman sitting next to me basically was lifted out of his seat, and he was on the roof of on the inside, basically stretched out. And I looked up and I thought I was dreaming, because I was in a bit of a sleep when I awoke from this. And I looked up and noticed what's going on here. And then he just dropped to the floor from the ceiling. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen before.
What was going through your mind? You must have been absolutely terrified.
I looked over my shoulder just to see what else was going on, and some of the roof panels were broken from people being thrown up and knocking through the plastic roof panels in the aisleways, and there was blood coming from several people's heads, and people were yelling and screaming, and it was chaos.
And what happened? How long did it last for, that drop?
It was like a second, 2 seconds, and we went back into the plane. Actually dropped, and then it felt as if you were at the apex of a roller coaster coming over the top and heading down, and then it straightened up right away. I was sure it was over.
I mean, I say you must have been terrified. It sounds horrendous.
Yeah, it was like I said, I'd never experienced anything like that before, and it was. I just felt for all of the injured people, because then a couple of passengers let it be known they were doctors, and they started to circulate to bandage people up and stop the bleeding on some people and put neck braces on other people that were severely injured.
And then how long did the flight continue before you actually landed?
45 minutes we had to go. And once we landed, it was like elation, but it was dead silent from the people that were okay. And the other people, they were just constantly, in pain, kind of trying to be as calm as they could. But yeah, there was a lot of people in. There was 50+ people injured on that flight.
Yeah, Brian, thank you so much for being with us. We're glad you're safe and well. Thank you for taking through what must have been a really awful experience. Thank you.